In Abuja, the Osun State Governor, Ademola Adeleke, and his predecessor, Mr Oyetola, will be knowing their fate at any moment now in the controversy trailing the outcome of the July the 16th, 2022 governorship election. This is happening on a day the Supreme Court is set on delivering judgment in the appeal filed by former Governor Mr Oyetola against the election of Ademola Adeleke. Mr Oyetola and his party, the All Progressives Congress, had alleged irregularities in the polls and challenged Mr Adeleke's victory in the Election Petitions Tribunal. He's seeking the reversal of the 25th March judgment of the Court of Appeal in Abuja, which affirmed Mr Adeleke's victory in the last governorship election in Osun State. The appeal court had in its judgment set aside an earlier judgment by the Osun Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which held in favour of Mr Oyetola and nullified Ademola Adeleke's election. A 5-member panel of the Supreme Court fixed today for judgment after taking arguments from parties in the suit. And TVC News judiciary correspondent Celestina Aria, who has been following the court proceedings in Abuja, joins us again for more from the courtroom. Celestina, you have been in the thick of things. You were earlier at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, and now you are at the Supreme Court waiting for that judgment on the Osun State governorship election. But I want to start from the tribunal. I just wanted to give us a rundown of the things that played out today at the tribunal.
Okay, Precious. All petitions filed challenging the outcome of the last presidential election have had a time at the tribunal through pre-hearing. Yesterday was that of the APP and the Labour Party. Today was taken the APM and the PDP was taken. The president-elect in their preliminary objection filed through their information sheets, prayed the court to dismiss the petition for lacking in merit, and also they asked the court that they would challenge the competency of the petition filed by the PDP. Justice Haruna, who chaired the panel, asked that parties should consolidate their processes that will identify the process which they are objecting to or the questions they are not objecting to, so that when hearing proper starts in the case, it will be a free flow of event.
So now you are at the tribunal. You are at the Supreme Court for the judgment of the Osun State governorship election. Just bring us up to speed as to what's going on there now. When are we to hear the judgment? What exactly is happening? Who are those in court at the moment?
Okay, we have supporters of the former governor and the current governor in court. Judgment is expected to be delivered by 2 p.m. local time today. So everybody is waiting. All eyes now have turned to the Supreme Court, because remember that the Court of Appeal set aside the judgment delivered by the tribunal, which nullified the election of Senator Ademola Adeleke due to overvoting. The tribunal had said that former Governor Oyetola was able to prove his case that there was overvoting during the governorship election, because they used the data from the back-end server to note that the number of accredited voters exceeded the number of votes count. So these issues were raised by the tribunal, and in a split judgment nullified the election of Senator Ademola Adeleke. But however, at the Court of Appeal, the unanimous judgment, the Court of Appeal disagreed with the tribunal and overturned that particular tribunal judgment. So now at the Supreme Court, the judgment can go either way. So we are eagerly waiting. By 2 p.m., the Supreme Court will deliver its judgment.
And whilst court judgments are usually very unpredictable, but this particular one is even more so because, like you just stated, Adeleke had Governor Oyetola, former Governor Oyetola had his victory at the Election Petition Tribunal, but that was upturned and at the appeal court. So it looks like, if it was full ball, people would say it is 1-1. And so no one can actually predict what's going to happen today at the Supreme Court. But talk to us about the level of security there and the mood as well.
Well, the Supreme Court is located in the 3-arm zone, so anybody or persons who don't have business being here today will not be allowed access into the court. Before you get into the court premises, there is a security checkpoint marked by men of the DSS. So security is very tight. The judgment will be taken as there is no other room for appeal after the Supreme Court. So anyhow or any way the judgment is delivered or given, party will take it with good faith.
And I'm sure that at the end of this judgment, we'll be getting getting some sort of press briefing and statement from the different councils. But I just wanted to circle back to the tribunal because earlier on we know that the president-elect is asking for one of the parties' petition to be dismissed. I just wanted to quickly touch on that particular request.
Okay, yeah, Precious, what is being taken at the Presidential Tribunal now, its pre-hearing session, the substance of every petition has not even been dealt with, because now every party, through their pre-hearing information sheets, have answered to the questions in the pre-hearing information sheets, while the respondents and also giving their answer to the questions raised by the petitioner. So what we are doing now is more like the preliminary. So to ease the process when hearing commence proper. So it's pre-hearing that is going on, pre-hearing session. No substance of any petition is being taken. So we still don't know what the president-elect or his grounds at which he asked that the petition by the APM be dismissed. But also he also said that the petition by the PDP, he will be challenging the competence of that petition. And that also goes to the locus of the PDP, all the claim that the PDP has put together in the petition, how competent it is for it to be brought before the tribunal. So these are the issues that was brought before the tribunal today. Yesterday, the tribunal had its inaugural sitting. The petition of the APM was taken. The petition of the Labour Party was taken. Those petitions went through the pre-hearing session. The Action Alliance have withdrawn their petition because it was not supposed to even be filed at the tribunal, since it was rather a pre-election matter. So tomorrow, the pre-hearing session continues. It's going to be a day-to-day activity till the tribunal deliver its judgment.
We know that we'll get more updates on that from you tomorrow, but you are at the Supreme Court now, where any moment from now, just in about 15 minutes from now, like you said, it's at 2 p.m., we're expecting the Supreme Court to deliver judgments, and it will be the final judgment, as it were, because of the hierarchy of courts on the Osun State governorship election. Thank you so much for that update, our correspondent.